Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Ida Greene, and this is one of our call her leaders in the community, Noa Schecter. I'm interviewing her today. She has a thriving business, and I want to interview people in business because our intuition is really good for personal life as well as business. And Noa, I know she used it in her personal life. Want to just check with her and see how she used it in her business and how applicable it is. So I'm doing this. One of my reasons for doing is that God told me that people are not using their intuition 100%, and they're not hearing that inner voice and they're not using that inner wisdom. And He said that people are only doing this at 25%. So my goal and my mission is to help people to interview people who use their intuition, people of stature, people who have a following, and people who can help spread the word that intuition is very important. So one of my goals is to get everyone at their intuition at 50%. And I do workshop teaching you how to develop and grow your intuition. I have one right now at Seaside Church in San Diego, and I have one this coming Thursday if you want to sign up for that one, and that's from 3 until 4. So I'm really big on intuition. I want to help people to grow their intuition, and I'm always interested in interviewing guests who are out in the world making a difference and using their intuition in a powerful way. So this is Noa Schecter. I want her to tell you a little bit about herself, and also I'm going to ask her some questions, and also want her to tell you how she used it in her business, and she'll give you some ideas on how you can stay in touch with her and how you can learn more about her business and what she do and how her business can help you. So Noa, welcome aboard here. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for allowing me to interview you. So tell us a little bit about you. I didn't get your bio, so folks, I'm okay with her sharing.
Yeah,
And
like we
also,
do in
I
life,
love her.
Dr. Ida, it's always about let's do it as is. Not everything in life is perfect. So when something doesn't happen, we'll find a solution.
I love
So
it.
the solution is right now that I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a coaching company called the Accelerated Leadership Academy. I have a business partner. He's in San Diego. You met him. His name is Phil Black. And what we do in our company, we help people to find their potential. So the idea is that we going through the days and lives. So many people, even successful people, feels I'm not enough. And if you, each one of you right now that listening to the call, say, how many times in your life or during the day you say, no, I cannot do it. No, I'm not enough. No, I know. And many times it's false thoughts because they're not enough, okay, or not taking like the extra mile in a business or the extra step to move forward because there's this little voice in you. You're not enough. You may be not successful. What people are going to say about you. So there's a lot of fears that following us in our life. So what we do in our company is help you to define what's your strengths, what your weaknesses. So strengths, we amplify it. If it's weakness, what we do, we help you to find a solution or make it stronger, because so many times weakness is not real. You think it's a weakness, but it's not. So we come and show you that, or something else. I share it with my clients. Sometimes they think it's a weakness, but it's a strength, not realizing that this is actually your gift and it's a strength. So putting all together in one pot, we have a strategy, special strategy that our client going through. We analyze it, and then we come up with solution and program that help our clients to move forward to the next level in their life. As far as business, believe it or not, business people, the same thing. So many times business people losing money in the company because they don't realize that the problem sometimes it's how they show up to their employees. So we give them better skills to communicate with the employees. At the same time, we help them to scale the business and move them to the next level.
Very good. Now let me just define how I look at intuition, and then I want to get Noah's take on it. But to me, intuition is that inner wisdom, it's your inner guidance, it's your inner GPS, it is your connection to source, to God, to the universe. that is constantly guiding you, and it's better and wiser and it's more efficient than your left brain. Anything that we can do with the left brain is minuscule compared to what we can do with the right brain. And the longer you live, the more you're going to need your intuition, because I'm finding that many people, as they get mature, they get into Alzheimer, they get into memory problems and dementia. But your intuition is there throughout your life until you take your last breath. So even if you're having problem memory, with memory, concentrating and finding things or reaching your goals, your intuition, enhancing your intuition will help everything. So and we also have to keep developing and growing our intuition. It's just like you take care of a house. You got to constantly upgrade and take care of your intuition. And that's why I created a course to help people to increase it. If you help you develop it, if it's dormant, it's a genie that's dormant in most people. So I want to help you to awaken it and activate it. And I do that with the process I call intuition activation. It's about a 20 to 25-minute process where we activate the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, those master glands in the body. In fact, we go through all the chakras in the body and all the organs in the body to awaken those organs so they all can hear the divine message coming from spirit, as well as your inner voice. So this is what I do, and this, to me, this is what intuition is. So, Noah, what is your take on it? It could be a different perspective from your business or from your personal. What is your take on intuition?
So the way we in the company, we look at intuition is a little bit different. We kind of saying, it's funny, is you and I, we believe in the same thing. What's different is the road to heaven. We have different roads to discover the intuition and increase intuition. So yeah, I do believe that there is intuition. However, in our life, what happens is, if you think about it, there's a lot of noises, especially today, in these days. The noises could be the lifestyle, the cell phone, the computer. Everyone wants to be a millionaire. I talk to so many entrepreneurs, they have so many jobs, and a lot of the entrepreneurs, when they start a business, it's a solopreneur. They don't have nor the time or money to hire people and to educate people and have a team. So what happened, if you think about it, entrepreneurs today, they work so hard. So then they don't have time to just quiet their mind. And that's what happened. They quiet their mind. Things going to start coming up to the surface. So the intuition, where is the intuition lays here? There is between 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts that goes through our brain in a day. We see things all the time. Like I'm looking at you, but my brain pick up everything around it. However, if you're asking me after, hey, Noah, what do you remember for the show? Probably not much. So our brain, okay, is built in a way that most of what we see is going to go to our subconscious. It's either we delete it, we maybe change it. How many times you see people see one thing and they tell you, no, but I saw so-and-so was wearing a black dress or white dress when it was actually red. This is our brain, okay? Unless we pay attention and put our intention to something, we don't see much. We see so little. So if you want to activate your intuition, you got to, first of all, quiet your mind. That's number one. So now you can see things clearly, okay? And start being more focused. I know some people say, oh, I'm multitasking. It's not true. It means if you're multitasking, yes, maybe you can do a few things at the same time. However, is it going to be maximized? Is it going to be your best? Or it's going to be a little bit everywhere, okay? So intuition, again, we see everything. But what are we doing? What are we doing with all the data that we see? Are we really processing it? For example, let's talk about relationship. You have someone, you're in a relationship. You're not sure. Something tells you, I don't know why. Let me think again. I'm not so sure this is the right person, but that person may be in sales, take you to a beautiful dinner and wine and dine you, and you think, oh my God, he's so nice. So you sign up an agreement with that person. Later on, you find out he was a crook. By the way, it happens to me too. Even though I talk about intuition, I fell into it because I didn't listen to my intuition. Okay, so what I'm saying, if you want a tip how to listen to intuition, is like before you go to sleep, okay, write down what happened to you throughout the day. Okay, this way it goes out from your head into the paper so you can sleep
Let me
better.
ask you a different question. Do
Sure.
you feel, had you been paying attention to your intuition, that you would have heard the
Better
data, the
result.
signals that was
Yes.
saying to you that there's a problem here, but
Yes.
you weren't listening intently to the signal, so you avoided the signal. You got signal, but you avoided them.
Yes. And we avoid the signals sometimes because we want to give our I know my tendency is to give credit to people, to love people. Okay. So sometimes when I don't listen to my intuition, I I make many mistakes, and that's how I learned to listen. And here's what I do now. If it doesn't feel right, at some point, like there's a little voice said, "No, be careful." Guess what I do? I stop. I stop and I said to myself, what is it right now in what I see that I don't want to see? What are the signs? And then I write. I create a chart. The chart said yes, why, and no, why. And I start paying attention to the things that I don't want to pay attention. Now, with my education now, it's easier, much easier. Like, I become wiser. I do NLP. I learn to read people, facial expression, body expression. So I know if somebody's faking it these days.
Now,
Okay.
some of that, what you're talking about, is intuition, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of what I teach in the intuition class, is how to
Yes.
read people's body language. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Great.
you're
I
using
love
so
it.
you're using the intuition without realizing it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So you call it intuition. I'm calling it to being aware to your surrounding.
Well,
Okay.
I call it intuition because it's a title that everyone, and in fact, I wouldn't say I coined the title, but I made it something that is a product, something that everyone can identify with, and so we can call it, like, now we know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with
Mm-hmm.
intuition. So let me ask you another question. In terms of relationship, how has that is your intuition? Does it come up in your relationship, business or personal, and what does it show up like? And
So
what way does
let's
it
talk
show up?
first about
The personal?
the personal. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big issue for people. I know people. So I work with clients one-on-one on their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times you heard it? I heard it. We did the same mistake. People said, I don't know. I got married, I got divorced, my second husband or my second boyfriend or whatever, the same personality, the same problems. Okay? Because we don't use our intuition, because we have a tendency, we don't do the work. That's the problem. We have a tendency to be drawn to the same people. And you think, oh, that was Christian, that's when it's not Christian, that was told, this is short, black, white, doesn't matter. You think it's different? No. Pay attention to the signs. Okay, what is similar in this relationship before you jump in? Okay, what is similar here to this one that I dated before and I was married before, and I've seen it over and over again.
Let me ask you another question. Part of intuition is self-care and self-love. So were you aware of your self-love? Were you more into loving the other person and loving yourself, or were there needs more important than your needs? Because part of intuition is that self-care and self-love. The
Number
biggest
one in our life, Dr. Ida, is so important, and I say to my clients, love yourself first. Love yourself. And what does it mean, love yourself? How can you give others energy, money, help others when you don't help yourself first? Otherwise, if you give so much, and I am all about giving, okay? But give yourself first, because when you give yourself first, when you have the time to chill and relax and take care of yourself, guess what? You have more energy to give. It's
give
like
us give
it's
us
like
an
running a
example.
machine
Give us
without giving.
give us an example of how you were able to use self-love in your relationship, personal relationship.
Self-love for me is taking care of myself.
Uh-huh.
Self-love for me is eating right, exercising, give myself compliments when I'm sad and I'm upset. I have a way of getting out of it. I'm not going to be diving into that negative mode. I allow myself to be angry, but I made sure I'm getting out of it. That's a self-love. Self-love also, when I'm down and I need a person to talk to, I will call my friend. I have a friend and I say, hey, I need to talk to you. Don't tell me what to do. Just listen. Is that okay? That's a venting time. I say, absolutely. And
but everyone may not have that. So a lot of people that I'm working with don't have family, don't have friends. They have no one that they can call to get that self-love from. In fact, I was just talking to a lady this morning who has family. They are not very supportive, and she's very depressed.
Okay. So here's something else I do. Like, I'll give you an example. Holidays come, right? Like Valentine. I did it. I even wrote it in my book. My friend at the time that I was dating, he wasn't doing anything. Guess what I did? I went and got myself a beautiful card and I wrote myself a beautiful note. Okay, because I love myself. And
so one thing that they could do is send themselves a card if they're not in a relationship, but they don't have a boyfriend, don't have family, don't have a spouse. They could send themselves a card.
Absolutely. Send yourself a card. Write yourself a love note. You know what? That person, let's say if you're talking about a specific person, they don't have many people in their life. Guess what they do? Okay? Write yourself a love note every night. Buy yourself a love journal. And every night, okay, remind yourself how lucky you are. Remind yourself to show gratitude. Because I always said, as long as we are 6 feet above, we're lucky. Okay, we're the lucky one. So as long as you're alive, look around you and say, hey, I can see, I can talk, I can walk. There's a lot of alive. And I mention it to myself every day. Let's see how, lucky I am. And I show gratitude.
Was there ever a time in your life where you felt depressed? And if so, how did you come out of it?
I do the opposite, okay? My philosophy is always fake it until you make it. So yeah, I've been depressed so many times and I cry. So guess what I do? Go to the shower, I cry. I said to myself, seriously, I look at the clock, at my watch, and I said, okay, Noa, allow yourself to cry for 15 minutes because I'm frustrated sometimes too. So I'll cry, take a shower, put my nice clothes, okay, because you dress up to look good. I put something that makes me feel good about myself, okay? I don't dress up like a depressed person. I dress up like for success, and I leave the house and I go to the mall or go for a walk and I go for a movie. It doesn't matter. I'll go somewhere. And the reason I'm going somewhere, when you go to the mall, I'll tell you why the mall. There's a nice mall here in Beverly Hills. I'm around people. I'm around people with good energy. Okay. I'll go for a funny movie and I get out of the movie and all of a sudden things look better. Okay. I'll go for dinner, for coffee. It doesn't have to be with a lot of money. There's a lot of nice coffee shops. I live close to Beverly Hills. So I'll go to Beverly Hills, bring a book that I love, that makes me feel good, get myself a cup of coffee, sit in Beverly Hills, enjoy the sun, enjoy the coffee. And you know what? By the time I'm going back home, like it's almost like down to nothing. Okay.
So have you ever had a time where you felt the need to have someone in your life and you use your intuition to bring them into your life, or you did that to attract someone?
Actually, yes. I had a guy that I was dating at the time for a few years, but then my also intuition told me he's not the one for me, because okay, here's how I look at life. I'm very practical, okay? We had challenges. So I look at the challenges when we were dating. He was very obsessive, very jealous. So I told myself, can I live with somebody like that for the rest of my life? And if I do, what is the price? And I realized that that's not my personality. However, I want to say something. Some ladies likes it. They like someone that calls them 10 times a day and how are you, where you going? Because for them, it's express love. Not for me, not my personality. I know that my personality, I'd love to have someone that if he's busy on a trip, go on a trip. If I'm busy, I'm busy. So the relationship, I was very clear to myself what kind of relationship I'm looking for. And with that guy, and we finished it in a beautiful way. We went for vacation, for a weekend. We expressed our love and care for each other. We knew it's not going to work. We finished in a beautiful way, and we say goodbye, and that was it. So even when you ending a relationship, it doesn't have to be like in a fight. It can be as a beautiful, almost a beautiful ceremony, beautiful, something nice that you share your love, but you know this is not the right one, and everyone goes away to their life.
So what you're saying is that we can use our intuition to bring in that right person, and once we're in that relationship, we need to be constantly using our intuition to see if this is a good fit. And if it's not,
Exactly.
rather than just staying there, many people stay too long in terrible places. And so they need to be looking, they, you know, even though it feels good and they get comfortable in it, they have to allow their intuition to still be active to see if this is a good fit, and not just get so caught up in the good feeling that they forget, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, bringing in somebody to the relationship, and always I always tell my client, like, why don't you meet, you and your husband or your boyfriend, like once a week, have a date, and at that date reflect for the week, reflect on the relationship. Don't wait until there's a crisis, because your intuition tells you, when you're in relationship, so many times your intuition tells you something doesn't work. And now so many times people get into conflict in relationship has nothing to do with you're bad, I'm good. Has to do, we have different values, the way that we were raised, our past and voices and fears. So when you are meeting once a week, like I you know, this is a different subject, how relationship is like a business, right? So once a week you meet and start reflecting on the week. Don't wait until you're so upset and blown up and like wants to destroy everything. Do everything at the beginning when things are not making sense. This is intuition. You know that this week things didn't work the way you wanted it to work. Whether it doesn't matter if it's right and wrong. What I said, when you come to this meeting, share, be vulnerable, don't blame. Come from a place like, this is what happened, this is how I see it, this is how I feel. No, don't come from a place, that's what you did to me. No one did anything to you, okay? No one. It's you accepting it. So take ownership for the way you feel. And also, when you express it from a loving way, you help building the relationship.
So am I hearing you say that you're the same person in relationship that you are in your business, and how you show up in your personal life is how you show up in your business? So either way, you need to be aware of your intuition that is working. You need to pay attention to it to see how things are flowing, and listen to that inner voice, that inner wisdom that tell you when something might be out of sync. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
You hear me saying that, and I say something else in addition. You listen to intuition, pay attention, but I also said take an action. When things don't work and your intuition tells you something doesn't work, take an action first to analyze what is not working here right now. And if other people are involved, what can you do about it? That's the action. Intuition is one thing, but the action is what helps you to have a better life.
Okay, so listen, we're getting close to our time here. So I think you've answered all these questions. Lastly, you can give us some, I think you may have given us some examples. So tell people how they can get in touch with you to learn more about your business, and anything else, last moments, any last nuggets that you want to share with us. Your name, your business, your email address, your contact information, what else?
Okay. So thank you, first of all of us that listen to the call. And what I like you guys to do, if you took something from today, please share it. Share it with me, because, you know, that's what gives me pleasure. That people listen and they learn, and it changed their life. That's you and I. That's what we do. We're life changers. That's how I see what we do. And then the email is very simple. It's T for Tom, A for elephant, L for Lola, A for elephant, dot life, Life. Again, TALA.LIFE. This is our company, the Accelerated Leadership Academy. Send me a message. I would like to hear. This is our website. I just sent you to our website. And the email address, it's tala@tala.live. So either or, you can send us a message to the website. You can send me a message to an email. And the phone number is 310-925-8992. Again, 310-925-8992. And that's about it. And my name again is Noa, Noa Schecter, Schecter.
No, I want to thank you so very much for these words of wisdom that you shared with our group today. It's really awesome that you have done this. We're going to make this recording. I'm going to send you a copy of this, and we will have this available for us to review and for you to review. Thank you for being our guest today. Folks, we thank you for listening and tuning in, and I'll be inviting other people to come in and interview, and so that you can get their wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much, and I will be talking with you very soon. Noa, thank you again. You're an awesome
Thank you.
guest, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.